I am as constant as a northern star, and I said, constant in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar, on the back of a carton coaster, in a blue TV screen light. I drew a map of Canada, Canada. Your face sketched on it twice. Hello.
Welcome.
How you guys doing?
Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. This is day number 2053. Welcome to the people who are joining us on YouTube, on Facebook Live. It is good to have you in the room, whether you are a frequent attendee or whether this is your first day. You're in for a beautiful treat. Welcome to everybody who is in this space joining us from across the globe. On this wonderful day, I am delighted to bring you a beautiful songstress, a songwriter. She breathes life into Ladino, which is the nearly lost language of the Sephardic Jews. And Nani Vazana, you're joining us from Amsterdam. I think you can just dive straight in and teach us what you're going to teach us, and we can chat a bit more about the song and about your work afterwards.
Thank you, Namvula. My name is Nani Vazana. I'm living in Amsterdam. This is my house, and today I'm gonna teach you a song that I wrote that's called Una Segunda Piel. It means a second skin. I just copy pasted the lyrics into the chat, and I wrote it about a ritual from Sephardic tradition where you reach retirement age, and you invite your friends and family to sew around you the shroud of the dead. And I know it sounds horrible because it sounds like a death ceremony, but it's not. It's the other way around. It's a rebirth, rite of passage. The idea is that while you're in that cocoon state, you're supposed to meditate and think about all the things you want to leave behind. And then you have an opportunity to send them into the cloth that is encompassing you, and it absorbs all whatever you want it would be. Like, it could be bad traits that you want to get rid of, it could be grief that you have with people, things that you're unhappy or unsatisfied with in life. Whatever it is, you can send it off into the cloth, and then you emerge out of it as if you shed your skin. That's why the title also means a second skin. And you're just reborn as the best version of yourself. And that's why it starts with a very funny, happy-go-lucky melody. And it's only two to do, so it's very easy to sing along. And we're also going to sing the chorus together. So I'll start the two to do as a beginning. And it goes like this. Two, do, 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 and do, 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 and do, 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 and do, 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 do. It's very easy. Do, 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 and do, 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 and do, 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 and do, 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 do. And that just repeats several times around the song, and I'll give you a sign when it happens. And then if you look at the chat, there's the lyrics, and the chorus is starting with the word vamos, like in Spanish. It means let's go. And it actually means let's go make a second skin. Guilt is yesterday's business. With the years, wisdom comes, which is my favorite sentence from the song, Con los años viene el segel. Cosas que van y vienen, which means everything else comes and goes. It's a little bit like a Hakuna Matata in Ladino. So I'm gonna sing the chorus, and if you want to attempt singing with me in Ladino, the text is in the chat. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel. La culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los años viene el sejer. Cosas que van y vienen. I'll do it again. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel. La culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los años viene el sejer. Cosas que van y vienen. Shall I do it one more time? Vamos La culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los años vienen a ser cosas que van y vienen. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel. La culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los años vienen a ser cosas que van y vienen. So what do you think? Shall we do the whole song already? Okay. Caminos de leche y miel, déjanos descansar. Espero que vengas a mí, nadie me debe nada. La mañana se ve el buen día, ya camina el curso. Dar es honor, levantar es dolor, razón la próxima vida. That's the chorus. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel. Culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los adiós vienen a ser cosas que van y vienen. La zona eterna, tu más alena salía, donde la están la tomar estoy dependiendo. This again. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel. La culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los años vienen a ser cosas que van y vienen. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel. La culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los años cosas que van y vienen. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel, la culpa es asunto de cada años viene a seguir cosas que van y vienen. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel, la culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los años viene a seguir cosas que van y vienen. Come on. Hey, how'd
Thank
it
you,
go?
Nani. Leave your microphone on. Where are you going?
Okay. I'm right here.
You're not allowed to go anywhere yet. Well, thank you for those sparks of joy. And I think, it's such an interesting thing to sing about, as you say, something that sounds very heavy and is usually, I mean, grief and passing are heavy things, but also, you know, it's interesting that the culture that you're singing it from sees, you know, is able to see it and bear witness to it in a different way, and that you're able to bring this different perspective into being in such a beautiful way. Um, and what's interesting as well is the choice of language that you make. And I was reading a little bit about, you know, your grandmother and you peeling beans with your grandma and how it was a forbidden language. So do you want to tell us a little bit more about why you chose this song in particular, what this song means to you
Mhm.
specifically, to your heart, and maybe a little bit more about the language that this song is birthed in, the roots of where your songwriting is coming from.
Wow, that's very deep. um, I mean, the song has many facets, as songs usually have. I think once you write a song, it feels like it has its own life and it goes over the world and it comes back to you and finds you in different stages of your own interpretation. Not only as how you perform it on stage, but how what does it signify for you with time. So when I wrote it, I I mean I was not paying too much attention to its significance because I mean I was making a new album of Ladino songs that were original songs that I wrote, and I just researched a lot of rituals, and that ritual spoke to me because I always thought that death is not something you should look into only in a morbid way. There's also other facets to that, humor being one of them, and spirituality is also a big thing. And in this ritual, I found myself allowing myself to be whimsical with the premonition of death. And so I allowed myself to write a very happy song. It's also the happiest song I think I ever wrote, which is in a very interestingly about a like quite of a morbid subject. But I mean, it's no coincidence that it starts with a to do. And I kind of rolled with it. It was just a nice moment for me. And then um, as time passed, I saw that it touched more and more people. And then I was invited with this song to compete and represent the Netherlands in the Eurovision competition for minority languages. And I mean, they sent multiple songs, multiple artists. Also, with me, they sent several songs, but they picked out this one. And then I traveled to France to be a part of that competition. And during the time that I was in France, it was very, very, very strange 2 days because everything went wrong from the moment that I arrived until, and it continuously gradually went wrong, more and more wrong. I, first of all, there were horrible weather. My flight was delayed. I was stranded in Lyon, in France. So I had to spend the night there. When I arrived at the hotel, they said they had no rooms. So they advised me to go and visit the city and come back. While I was in the city, I got robbed at the train station and they stole my passport. So I had no way of continuing my journey. Uh, and while I was busy with uh, retrieving the documents and filing the police report, my father had went into the hospital, and I didn't know a lot of the state he was in. Only that he was. It was like a routine thing, a pneumonia, nothing, and I thought he would be fine. And then the morning after, when I woke up, I got a message from my aunt that he passed away overnight, and I was in a foreign country with no passport and supposed to compete that night at Eurovision and with a song about death and transition into the afterlife. So all these things came together and it was a lot. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And I don't know if you know about Jewish tradition, they bury the dead very quickly. So he was buried within 5 hours of his passing. So I could, even if I had a direct flight at that moment, I wouldn't have made it to the funeral. And given that it was wartime, I wasn't able to get to my family for 4 days. So anyway, I was stranded in France for the next 3 days. And I chose to sing the song in the competition because of its significance, of its new significance. And I thought my only choice is to either stay in the hotel room and cry or do something with a moment that I've been given. And like you said in the beginning, Ladino was forbidden at our house, at our home. So my father was the one who forbade it. And that for me was my own rite of passage to play this song in his memory in this competition and have a moment of my own private ritual for him, with him, while I was very far away.
Mm.
And for the first time, when I started playing, I don't know if you saw the video. In the beginning of the video, my voice really trembles and I can't sing. And then, like, I take a deep breath and I'm able to sing again. And that's a moment where I felt like he came to be with me. And it's the first time
Mm.
he ever came to be with me with this language. At least spiritually, that's what I experienced. And now the song has a very different meaning for me than it did at the beginning. Um, and I ended up winning the competition with the song, which is crazy. You know, like I didn't even think about winning at all. That was not in my perspective. But somehow I guess this connection rang through and people were able to connect to it, perhaps through this new experience. Maybe they wouldn't have connected to it if all these things don't happen.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much for sharing that, because that is an intensely personal story, and I think the title of the song just holds so much meaning with everything that you've said. It's like,
Yeah,
so the shedding of so many layers,
yeah,
and the transformation on so many different levels through this song, and what this song means to you, and the different meanings that it holds. And I think what's also really powerful is the use of a language that was forbidden in your house, but also that is almost lost. I don't know if
yeah.
it seems to be making a resurgence, because I know there's been, there's a few, I've heard of Ladino, people touring and singing songs in Ladino. But I think it's also really interesting that it's a song about death, sung in a language that, was dying out. And it's a really joyous song, that holds such meaning. And it's again, it's kind of like, you can, I was talking to some friends yesterday about the rose, the thorn, and the bud, and it's almost like you go through these processes, right? Of like magnificence coupled with pain, coupled with what do we bring forward? What do we wish into existence? And this song kind of has all those elements, right? It's like the grief that is held within the song, the grief of your personal experience, and then you holding this culture very, in a very kind of sacred way, and bringing it forward into today. And it's very powerful on many different levels. And I wonder if you what your resonance is with the language, before we move on, because I am aware that time is moving and I think our discussions could go on.
We can
um,
call later.
but yeah. But I'm just curious if you can just talk a little bit about your relationship with the language specifically, and maybe how that translates into your understanding of the world that we sit in, or that you walk through as Nani, you know.
um, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not. Being a composer is a very lonely life. Also, a performer, being alone on the road. I mean, you meet a lot of people, but it's very short. And you are supposed to sit down in your room. This is my room, where I hone my skill of becoming a songwriter, and then I go all over the world to tell that story. But in reality, you don't have a lot of time to experience life, and that's something that you need to make sure you do, because if you don't, you won't have anything to write about later. So it's something that I strive to do more on the road, even though I don't have time for it. So I give up sleep in order to have some experiences. And then I also think that a lot of the things that I write about are not necessarily my own ideas. I feel that there are ideas that are like coexist with us in the world. And the only way for them to be conceived or become, let's say, alive, they can only be created through humans. It's really an experience that we share together. We I cannot create without that idea coming to me, and they cannot exist if they're not created through us. So it's such a symbiotic relationship, and I really feel that if we didn't have the ideas, we wouldn't be able to create. So I guess it's half magical realism, what I do, and half experiences that you try to draw out of life. Granted, they are short, and hopefully, you can have the most to your. I mean, like, what is the meaning of life? I just heard it in a podcast today. So this guy said, it's enjoying the passage of time, and that was quite a perfect definition. Because if you have fights, or you've been resentful for something that you're being through, or just if you're venting, you're wasting time.
Mm.
It's about enjoyment, and it's about contentment. It's about having friends and good experiences, and writing songs for me.
Yes, amen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nani. And it's nice to actually. I think this is the first time that we've actually spoken properly, because Nani and I met quite a few years ago, I think, but I don't think we've ever had conversations about music. So it's nice to dig in
No, we only
to
had conversations
to
about
who
algorithms.
yeah. It's nice to dig into who you are as a person, and thank you for bringing this beautiful song to us today. Would you lead us through it one more time so
Yeah,
that
sure.
people can feel the spark of Ladino joy again in their hearts and their living rooms and wherever they might be joining us from? And in advance, please, can we all say thank you to Nani again for
Thanks.
joining us today and bringing your beautiful words and this beautiful, beautiful song to us.
Thanks. Maybe I could say something about the upcoming shows or the record, if that's
Yes, I'm
okay, for like a
sorry.
minute.
Please do. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I forgot
no
to
worries.
ask. Please do.
So yeah, so I have, well, right now the tour is kind of almost over, so I only have three local shows in the Netherlands. But starting from January, I'm gonna do another world tour, which will have like 56 concerts in it. For now, maybe there will be more. So we'll be in the UK, we'll be in the US, we'll be all over Europe. We'll even go to Korea for the first time, so that's going to be really fun. And if you want to be a part of it, I invite you to go on my website, nanimusic.com, and then you can sign up for the newsletter there. And if you do, then you'll get the message from me when I'm performing in your area. You just have to list your country, so then it will be relevant to you. And another nice thing is that I'm working on a new album, and it's going to be a Nina Simone tribute. And she's a
Mm.
very big inspiration for me. And we're currently crowdfunding for that. If you want to support, and you can become like an executive producer on the record, or get a Nina Simone singing workshop, or just the usual suspects, CDs and LPs and all that. So that's also on nanimusic.com, and it's on the homepage, so you don't need to look any further.
Thanks for that. Very exciting news,
Thanks.
Nani.
Thanks. And the sentence that I mentioned before from the song, Con los años viene el segel, is apparently a very successful sentence because it's been branded on baby onesies, bags, and t-shirts. So if you want to get any of those, they're also on nannymusic.com. Thank you. And now I'm going to sing the song. Thank you very much for listening, and thanks for having me.
Thank you, Nani.
So, do 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 and 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 do 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 caminos de leche y miel déjanos de los casar. Espero que vengas a mí. segunda piel, la culpa es asunto de ahí. Carlos en Dios, vienes a que cosas que van y vienen. Vamos a hacer una segunda piel, la culpa es asunto de ayer. Con los años vienes a que cosas que van y vienen.
Brava.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
so yes, please do stay in touch with Nani's new music, her crowdfunder, what shows she's got coming up on her website. The link has been put in the chat. Thank you again to Nani Vazana for bringing us the joy in the second transition, the part of transition of life, and bringing it to us in such a refreshing and joyous way. So thank you, Nani, for your time today. Before we bid our farewells, Joe is just going to tell us who we have coming up this week on the Daily Antidote.
Thank you, Namvula, and thank you so much, Nani. What a beautiful day. I love the idea for folks who don't get to sit in sound check. Nani said, "Wait, are you the Namvula whose music I listen to that I love so much?" And it was the most amazing thing to see the crossover. I love when our host and our song leader discover they know each other. So thanks to both of you today for a beautiful day. We started out our week with Rodolfo Martins Dodo coming in from Brazil. Today, Nani Vazana coming in from Amsterdam. Tomorrow, we're going to have someone new to us, Pamela Jean Agalus coming in from Brooklyn, New York. On Thursday, Fran Andre coming in from the UK. Friday and Saturday are two really beautiful, incredible days. It's called the Fall of Freedom. It's 2 days focused on the use of music and arts as protest and resistance. And we have 3 song leaders each day. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Please come. You'll recognize for sure Chris Matthews, Kathy Bullock, Reggie Harris, Emma's Revolution, and some others will be joining us as well. And on Sunday, Jamie Harris coming in from Nashville, Tennessee. Let's all please give it up again for the amazing Nani Vazana. I think Nani was with us once before, and it was equally as beautiful then. Thank you, Nani. And Namvula, back to you for some goodbyes, if you can start with a goodbye to the live stream.
For sure. Thank you again, Joe. Thanks, Nani. Let's all bid farewell to Nani, and a thank you,
Thank
bidding
you.
farewell to those joining us from Facebook and YouTube. And we will see you the next time on the next